Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. I am Teresa Zube, astrologer, tarot reader, and general chaos wrangler, here to tell you the bullshit and the brilliance in the stars on the Teresa Show with Rosalinda. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
What's up?
My compadre. My partner in crime, my partner in, whatever. Anyway, and we're going to chat about the Day of the Dead, which is something Rosalinda has an abundance of knowledge about.
I'm still learning. Every year is
Okay.
a learning experience. I don't know. Does anybody really know what happens after you die?
Anything for certain, but I have really strong, well, how do I describe? That's actually a super good question. I have no idea, but I have ideas and I do run with them. You know what I mean? I know nothing for certainty, but I don't take what I think happens lighthearted. Does that make? I think that's, yeah.
We know, but we don't know.
Right. But I kind of do life like I act like I know, sort of. But I don't tell anybody else what I think they should do.
Right. Well, what is your take on what happened?
Well, I think that this is school. And I think that when we die, we're not even necessarily some like perfect soul being. We're like a soul that still wants to continue to evolve and learn and grow. And I would imagine that there are levels and such, but and so I think we take a part of our personality and all of that. And I think we see the people that we're connected to, and maybe we've been with them in lifetimes. I believe we reincarnate. Yeah. Agreed.
I had a dream last night that I got wands and they actually worked for everything that I wished for.
What? That's amazing.
I'm going to wish for us to be surrounded in a God's golden white light of protection, and that our beloved people that have passed on are here with us today. And I believe the same. I believe that we are energy that does not end. And I don't think we necessarily get perfect on the other side.
Right. I don't either.
It's more work to do. So Day of the Dead has been something that I have been putting on with my nonprofit for, I think this will be our 8th year. So yeah, we've been putting on this event for a while, and it became important to me really after my dad died. And then I watched other people celebrate it alongside us, and it's been really special because I think it's healing. It's a healing holiday. It's coming up at the end of October. As everybody's getting ready for Halloween, Green Rose is getting ready for Day of the Dead. And Teresa and I have chatted because she's lost somebody really close to her as well. And we actually have each other's ancestors on each other's altars. So I think that they're friends now in the higher realms and helping us out. And I think that they can help us out from the other side. I don't know exactly where they are, but just there's a lot of synchronicities and signs that show up.
Yeah. Sometimes Rosalinda and I will text each other because I really love the concept of the ancestor altar. And so I have one meditation area, and then I have my ancestor altar. And sometimes I'll text Rosalinda and be like, I gave them chocolate tonight. And she'll go, ooh, my dad loves chocolate.
I'm appreciative.
Yeah. And then Eric likes coffee. So, I was just going to say, and then Eric likes coffee. So
that's my favorite thing to give them in the morning.
It's coffee.
A few sips and then I give it to them.
Yeah.
And then I've been taken to singing in front of my ancestor altar too. So.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think they like it too. My grandpa always wanted a singer in the family, so I'm told. So I sing to honor that request, and I'm proud to be the singer. So we're gonna have a lot of dancing and music and celebration on Day of the Dead because it's not supposed to be a sad holiday. It's supposed to be about celebrating their lives and having a time and a space to talk about them, to see pictures of them. I think so often in our culture, the American culture, it, death is very sanitized. So it's not something that we don't like to talk about it. So this holiday allows us to open that space.
Yeah, it does sometimes feel like in my family, we're very weird. We talk about Eric all the time, but the fact is that is very weird. You know, people generally don't or are afraid to bring it up, or we make jokes about him. We still kind of give him shit. You know what I mean? Like, but that's just our family's sense of humor. And I think it throws some people off, but I'm a pretty hard liner about, I don't adjust that, you know, because I think it's important to show that we can still have relationships with the people who passed on. I love that. With the Day of the Dead, it's also for there. I have two questions because there was wasn't there a Pixar film that was sort of about it? Was it Pixar?
We have Coco. I think it's
okay.
Disney Pixar, and then we have The Book of Life, which I think is a little lesser known, but is
I never heard of that one.
Pretty helpful in understanding the holiday.
Okay. And it is, I feel like it follows a day. Okay. Do Catholics celebrate it somehow? Is it a Catholic?
It's All Souls Day, November 1st. It's a Catholic holiday, and
okay,
it got blended into the indigenous beliefs of that time too, because supposedly during this time, October 28th to November 2nd is when the veil is the thinnest between the worlds. So that's why this concept of being able to reach your ancestors easily came through. But it's so interesting in Mexico how blended Catholicism is with the indigenous beliefs. It's really fascinating. I think it's a little different in America because in Mexico, the conquistadores blended with the indigenous people matrimonially.
Oh, interesting.
So the kids are us, so we're half European and half indigenous, half colonizer, half indigenous.
Wow.
There's a lot of, it's interesting when you go to Mexico because it's a clash because you're both, but you don't like it. I don't know.
It's like no, that's really interesting. I do know a lot of people who are Catholic who are from like Mexico or Mexican descent come for tarot readings and they have no qualms about it.
Yeah.
And whereas my friend, people I know from New Jersey or whatever, like, oh no, that's the devil, And so I always think that's kind of weird. I'm like, you guys are both like Catholic. I don't get it. Yeah.
So I think that indigenous beliefs allow for a little bit more woo-woo.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so your event that you put on is in Visalia?
In Visalia, at the Visalia Cemetery.
Visalia.
It's a really beautiful cemetery, well taken care of. I served on the board there for 2 years. I think it's a place where people go, to find solace. So our cemeteries are very important. Although some people, when I told them I served on the board, like, why? I don't know. Why is that even a thing? How is that even an interest? But the people that have people buried there, it's a big deal because they go there often.
Yeah. When I was a kid, my mom said I used to get on my bike and ride to the cemetery and just play in the cemetery. So I do think I have the North Node in Scorpio. And I do think that there are certain people who are called towards work with I did not enjoy is the wrong word, but I actually do enjoy giving comfort to people who are in the process of dying, So I think for the audience or for anybody watching this, when you gave me the inspiration to do an ancestor's altar, it was so simple. And I think that it's something that it's almost something people might even have in their house without realizing it. Right. If they have an area where they put like photos of people who've passed away. So what do you have on your ancestors' altar, or how would you recommend people
I
start
think
one?
pictures are
Uh-huh.
important, and making sure that the ancestors you put up are people that would want the best for you. Um, mhm. And making offerings, a cup of coffee, a flower, a song, your breath, just sitting in front of it and tuning in, can be very spiritual. You can get a lot of downloads, you can get a lot of guidance. These are people that wanted good things for you. And I think death could also be, part of our capitalistic society, because you can give payment and that can help move things along in your own life. And probably it's your own subconscious playing into it as well. If we want to get people who are not always, okay with the woo woo part. I've gotten a lot of flack for celebrating Day of the Dead, and I finally had to let that go because I've been accused of practicing dark arts and just being
Oh,
not somebody that is of the highest light. So I make sure that our event is surrounded by God's light, and it is meant for the highest and best of all that attend. So if you're not ready and it's not for you, then that's cool.
that's
But for the
okay.
people that want to remember the people that came before them, so they can help their children remember, their grandchildren remember where they came from, this event is for them. And it's Saturday, November 1st this year at the cemetery, starting at 2, and a ceremony ritual show starts at 3 p.m.
Okay. And where can people put or find the information? Is it on greenroseproductions.org?
That's our website, and then Facebook and Instagram, greenroseproductions.usa. Um, you can check us out. We do a lot of good work in the community, and this event is our service and saying thank you back to all the people that have supported us.
Awesome. Cool. And then one last question, which is kind of a question I have, and I'm sort of asking you sneakily, but when you put the offerings on there, how long do you leave them? Because no, they do not disappear. The coffee does not get drunk. I mean, I usually will do like a day and then take it away the next day.
Yeah, about a day, especially if it's
Okay.
coffee, because it'll
Yeah.
get moldy
Gross.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes I forget, and I can sometimes
Stays.
hear, like this, the coffee.
Take it away now. We're
Get
done.
away.
For a second, I was bracing myself. I was waiting for you to say, actually, mine drink my coffee. And I'm going to be like,
Well,
I'm doing it wrong.
I do notice that it goes down a bit,
A
but that's
little
probably
bit.
evaporation, I'm thinking. But there's sometimes I come back and you can see the ring has moved.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
don't know.
that's interesting.
It would be cool if if the peach disappeared or the avocado disappeared, but
Yeah.
then I'd probably blame my dogs.
Right, right, right. No, but you can leave anything if they liked something. Like I said, Eric liked coffee. Sometimes I'll put like a cookie there. Anyway,
Bread.
I thought this was a really cool thing to share, especially if anyone is in California near Visalia and would love to go out and see what Rosalinda does with her Day of the Dead event. And also, I really love having my ancestor space because sometimes I'll go and sit there when I want advice or I just don't know what to do, especially if you're like struggling with family or and that's why you want to pick people who have passed on that want the best for you because you're kind of connecting with them to see if they can assist you with like your earthly life. So you don't want like a hyper competitive cousin or something coming in
And
just
I would love,
to
yeah,
yeah,
just to mess with you. I would
yeah.
love to pick up this conversation more as we continue to do our podcast together. There's lots to say, lots of stories to share in terms of when other people have started ancestor altars, um, synchronicities that they get. I think people think magic is about having it automatically. Although my dream with the wands, it was automatic.
Right. Unfortunately, that's not how it usually is.
I don't think that's how it usually is. It's somebody will give you an answer to something later in the day or the week, or you hear a song, or you see a bird. And I grew up. I have very spiritual aunts on my mom's side, very spiritually connected, and I always thought they were crazy when they would say weird things about, like, I saw a bird and that was so and so, and I heard messages, or I felt messages. I thought they were, well, whatever. But then as I grew into my own spirituality, I'm like, huh, that's very real. There's something to that. And I'm sorry to all my tias that I ever rolled my eyes at.
Yeah.
Because now I'm hosting a whole Day of the Dead event for the community, and I think people roll their eyes at me quite a bit. But
Well,
well, it is what it is, and I have faith. I have faith that there's something beautiful on the other side of death, and our energy doesn't stop. We're energy that goes on forever. And yeah, I think that when I started to drive, I drove around and it was like, I can't believe that everybody went through getting a driver's license. It feels so terrifying to learn how to drive. And that's how I feel about death. Like, everybody dies, but it's so terrifying. Um, so trying to destigmatize the fear.
yeah. And speaking of synchronicities, you just said it is what it is. And Eric has it is what it is on his gravestone because he said that all the time. And I'm like, oh, there he is. Yeah. No, life is like that. If you kind of open your eyes and it's like be less particular about things, it's almost like you soften the way that you look at the world. You can see little bits and pieces of information.
We live in the matrix. Everything
do.
is fake.
Yep, we do. Oh, look it. Oh my God, you're so funny. I have a pair of glasses like that somewhere. Anyway, I know that you have to get off to work. We just wanted to do this. But I am super excited to share this and
For letting us plug our event. And if you are close into the Central Valley of California, come on down to Visalia. We have a lot of Day of the Dead events here, which used to bother me, but now I'm thinking, well, the more the merrier.
The more the merrier.
Ancestors honored, the better this town will be.
It will fare, exactly. Awesome. Well, thank you, Rosalinda. And if you guys have any questions about it, feel free to write in because we are going to be popping more of these up. Anyway,
Indeedy.
Adios.
Peace and love.
Peace and namaste.
Namaste.
Bye.